everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in this first day of 2020. I am coming in today. Initially was going to be my jacket review, but that's coming up on Sunday. It's finished. I've worn it. Love it. So stay tuned for Sunday. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell so you can tune in and get all of the review plus a couple tips I'll be sharing in that video. So thank you everybody that has tuned in to the Cashmerette Concord t-shirt sew along. That video is up. If you have missed those videos, there is a part 1 and a part 2. I will link those up above in the iCards and you can go check those out. And don't forget, tag me on Instagram or Facebook, my Facebook page, and let me know if you've made it, and let me see how it turns out. Okay, so before I started off the new year, it's still 2019 when I'm recording this, but obviously it's 2020 when you see this. I wanted to start the new year off with a very clean slate in my cutting space and in my sewing room, the room I'm sitting in now. And so what I've done is put together a video to show you what my cutting space looked like before, what it looked like after, what my sewing space looked like before, and what it looks like after. And again, this is just temporary till I get the other things that I want set up in the room, but I am loving the way it is now. It's much more functional for me. And if anybody is like me, and I just need a clean sewing space, and so I had stuff all over the place. And mind you, sidebar, during Vlogmas, and thank you for those who tuned in, but during Vlogmas, I tripped over some stuff in my cutting space and put a gash in my leg. But anyway, I'm fine. It's bandaged up, but it wasn't pretty because I tripped over some stuff. But anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off. I hope you enjoyed seeing what I have done with my sewing space and how I've kind of rearranged some things and updated some things. But before I let you go, as I was cleaning up some things and rearranging some things, I ran across 3 things that I believe I meant to put this in a giveaway or do something with this before these items, but I am going to do that today. So I have 3 different items that 3 different people can most certainly choose. Unfortunately, this is only opened up to the USA. This is not opened up internationally. And so whoever comments below, just let me know which item you would like, and you can most certainly say you want more than one. And if you end up getting randomly chosen for more than one, then you just do. But I'll ship it all to you. The first thing is Butterick. It says, I have this pattern already. This is a duplicate. This is Butterick 6333. As you can tell, this is a shirt dress pattern. So if you would like this, just mention that down below. And it is in the sizes 18W to 24W. So yes, let me know if you like that. The other pattern I am giving away, and I'm giving this one away because I have the Cashmerette Chilton trench. This is the Sewaholic Robson coat. I had intentions on making this a while ago. It's a very nice coat. It only goes up to a size 16 though, so keep that in mind. So with the body measurements on the pattern, it only goes up to a size 16 with a bust. It says 41 inches, a waist of 35 inches, and a hip of 47 inches. And so the finished garment measurements for the largest size, a bust is a 44, a waist is a 44, and the hip is a 56. So yeah, let me know if you would like this, and I will put it in the mail for you. And the last item that I have here is the Magic Pattern Book. I have bought this, I probably have it written in here. May 2015 is when I bought this and never used it. And it has a CD in the back with all the patterns on it. So where you can download the CD if you still have a CD. That tell you how old this is. If you still have a CD-ROM, which you can do this at a library, and most laptops still have a CD-ROM on it. Yeah, this is the Magic Pattern Book. If you want this, I will mail this to you. Just let me know. So those are impromptu giveaway. Wasn't planning on that, but that's it. Let me know down below which one you would like, and if you're chosen for more than one, I'll leave this open until I'll announce my winner next week, Wednesday, which will be on, let me get my dates right. If you're seeing this on the 1st, my plans video for 2020 will be going up on the 8th. So I'll leave this open till the 7th. Yes. So I'll leave this open to Tuesday, January 7th. And so just leave your comments down below. Let me know which one you want. If you happen to get selected and you get picked for more than one, hey, more power to you. Anyway, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Enjoy the video, and if you have any comments or questions, please leave them down below, and we will see you on Sunday. This is the current state of the cutting area. Decided I would show a before. I just dumped all this out. Gonna do a hard purge of all these scraps if I can't use them for pockets or handbags. It is going to donation, and I've already started. I'm gonna empty out all of these. It's going to be my interfacing, and then more interfacing, and then muslin, and then all of that will be reorganized. This shelf is pretty fine. I'm gonna move this off, but yes, underneath the table. I just organized all of this. Those are my handbag and wallet and tote patterns, and I straighten this out too. So this is the before. Okay, and just like that, after a couple hours, that is, I am fully straightened up. Now I can feel like I can do something. Gave it a good vacuum. I'll show you my bags that are going to donation, but pretty much what I have, remember I just bought these little baskets from the dollar store, so I use those to put some two of them are empty because I have a couple bag projects going in there, and that one has some business related stuff in there. And then these two buckets, this bucket, because I don't have the other space for it, I put it in here. That's where all my fabric, wholesale direct lining fabric for my bags are in, and I have a lot of that, so that's all in here. This bucket is holding some fabric actually that I still have up for sale. If anybody's interested, you can go to my Facebook page for that. But also, this is my, all of this is my, sitting on top is my Minerva Crafts, Minerva.com fabric that I need to make up. So that's sitting in there. In this bag, I have my rolled up cork fabric and glitter vinyl in there. And then on top is the rest of my handbag making vinyls and whatnot. That's all I have for right now, and you know, some tools. And then this is my fabric that I haven't cut into. Well, a couple of them I have, but for the most part this is stuff I have not cut into. This is all my stash of full length fabric. This is all I have besides these couple pieces sitting here. Again, you all know I did a destash. Some of you bought it and happy with it. So this area, what I did was at the top, like I said, is my interfacings. Here is some muslin, some more like interfacings and foam, and then I organized all my lining fabric. My nice lining fabric is in here. I have some leftover Bimberg in here, some silk that I'll use for lining. And then here is just some, could be for pockets, could be lining for bags. I went through all of this. I have a lot of fat quarters. I don't know why I have all of these fat quarters. I bought them for some reason, but anyway. And then this was enough fabric that can be used for pocket lining or whatever. Same thing down here. A lot that I can use for different things that I will actually use. And then here is stuff I just had in bags that I kept in bags. Like some of this is a big bag for bra making and for swimsuit. That's swimsuit fabric and some other leftover stuff. Here I just have some other odds and ends. A couple boards that you would get from Joann Fabrics. Down here on both ends of my table, this is how I store my indie patterns in here. So although they're stored in alphabetical order, of course my cutting table, I have a project going on here. Underneath, that's just where I toss my scraps or garbage, tracing paper and stuff like that. And just empty bags. This is all stuff I'm currently using. So that's why they're sitting there. And then these two buckets are all scraps. More scraps. One is all knit and one is all woven. And then over here is my table that I keep just like stuff that I reach for by my cutting table. I have like pens and pencils and the stiletto tracing wheels. Have all of my other different tools and accessories, and then that's tracing paper that I use to cut things out. And then underneath I had more of these, so I put my handbags in that one, wallets, totes in that one, wallets here. Oops, that's not focused. Wallets here, and then back there is like crafty type stuff. And then this here is a box with, that's a whip. That's my blue collar amaryllis tote that's waiting for my industrial machine. And then that's some more vinyl I have that was rolled up. I kept it rolled up. And then a couple pieces of fabric on bolt, and that's it. And so I feel so much better. I can breathe now and just go into the new year like I'm not feeling cluttered, because it was so cluttered. And here is my 4 bags that's going to donation. I have 2 woven, 2 knit. Now I did have an idea at one point that, oh, I could use this for creating an ottoman and all that. That's why this, no, I'm not going to do that. So I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of it and put it in my truck now so I won't forget it. Okay, this is the before of the sewing room. I am finished sewing my Tara jacket with an interesting piece that I have to talk about, but you'll see that on Sunday. So here's the before. My heat press, all this stuff on here. Oh, yes, this is going to take me a little while, but I'm leaving it in the state that I just finished my last project. And yeah, even underneath, well, I have my Janome here just because I like what I'm sewing on to be in the middle. So for now I just put that in the bottom, but nothing's underneath here, as you can tell, just some cords. And the Janome on this side, ooh, zipper rolls, that stand. Oh, yeah. Oh, all this stuff. Magazines, books, things need to be organized. A whip. Have to fix that purse. But underneath there is my scan and cut. Yeah, and these are all my handbag projects ready to get going, but I cannot get going in this mess. This I'm not worried about. This is pretty straightened up. It's just some stuff in front of it. Yeah. All right, I will show you the after. All right, here is the after. All right, let's just start from the beginning. So here's my heat press. Everything around it is cleaned off. Only thing around it is stuff related to what I would use to the heat press, with the heat press. And what I have done is put all my I have different types of vinyl and heat transfer vinyl and all that in here. So that's what that is. So that is cleared and ready for me to use. I've also added a couple cheat sheets, heat press bag setting. I watched Lauren Mormino, and I just kind of took notes, and then I created this little chart. And then over here is interfacing chart from Got Interfacing. If you purchase from there, she also has an interfacing chart, so I taped that to the wall. And that is different types of embroidery stabilizers to use depending on the type of embroidery that you're doing and the type of fabrics that you're using. So that's what that is. Just a nice little cheat sheet. Now I end up emptying out this tote, and I'm not sure what I'm gonna use it yet for in here, but it is empty. It is totally empty, which is fine. So I'm just gonna use it to set. These are all my work in progress bins. So these are all, well, I haven't started them. These are all my handbags that I'll be working on. You'll be seeing those across the month. Did not move the printer, and all printer items are up underneath there. So did not move that. That wasn't, you know, an issue. Over here is where my sewing tables are. So what you will see are these purple, they're just squares, purple squares that I'm laying over. I have had a bad habit of never covering up my sewing machines when I wasn't using them, and since I don't have covers for them. Actually, I think I do have a cover. That's my 1034D, my serger, but I just lowered down the spools and just put that over it to just keep the dust off of him. My Janome, which is here in the middle, has the cover that flips down, so didn't worry about covering that. And then that's my SE400. You just saw the before, so you already know what these machines look like. And then I have my trusty dandy 3-tier cart that everything that I am using or reference is easy accessible. On the top, I just have my bobbins, pins, marking tools, all that stuff, and things that I'm currently using for easy access. So that's what that is for a couple coat projects. This is a project I'll be talking about here on Sunday, so stay tuned for that. That's the Terra jacket. These are also laid on the back of my chair. It's stuff that I'll be showing in the Terra jacket review video, so that's why that is sitting there. And then I am so proud of this side of the room. Let me back up. I moved, if you remember in the before, this was over here in the corner, but I couldn't get to anything, and it was messy. Y'all saw it. So what I've done is move this stand in the corner. I can access everything. I am keeping this all business related stuff, or just a couple overflows of some bits and pieces that I have over there. But yeah, so that's what's over here. Then on this side, all my thread, which I don't have covered. I'm contemplating getting clear bins to put these in, but we'll see. And then I also have here my my rivet press. That is my threads for handbag making. And then I have a bunch of random zippers and random buttons in there. And I have some binding, satin bias binding. As you can see, there's some RIT. And then this here stuff down here is stuff for my the embroidery unit of my SE400. And then so yeah, so more serger thread and more threads up here. If you all remember earlier in the year, I had bought this cabinet that I just keep my different, since I have 4 different machines now, I want to keep all my bobbins and any special needles, all that stuff separated, so I can just easily go in here for that. Now what I have decided to do with the stand, that thing was so filled with so much junk, but a lot of it went in the trash. So at the bottom I have this organizer with some clear, let me just show you what it is. It is, I had bought this from Hobby Lobby, actually. Let me see if I can open it. Okay, I had to put the camera down. So these are just different color empty containers. In hindsight, I wish I would have gotten the clear ones. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this case as of yet. So for now, I'm just gonna keep it at the bottom here. So starting at the top, I have my handbag that I need to fix. This is my Jangles anchor bag. Remember, the strap fell off and a couple of rivets came out, so I need to fix that and close the inside. But what I have done, and everything is easily accessible now, I have a ton load of bias binding. So much. This thing is filled with bias binding. I almost feel like I can open a store, but yeah, I have a ton of that. On this side, I have my handbag hardware, and all of this here is temporary because what I want to do is get, what I plan to do is get another one of these shelving units, and I'm going to get what looks like a tackle box. I saved this, I shared that in a previous video, the type of storage I'm gonna have for my hardware. And what I will do is, without making you dizzy, where you see these totes, that's where that stand is gonna go. All this will be gone, and then my bins can go on that stand. But on the top shelf, the top probably 1 or 2 shelves, depending on how much room I need, will be the tackle boxes where I will have all of my hardware, my handbag hardware. But right now it's in here, and there's a box in here that I have some other hardware in. And then here's just some also some of my other handbag tools. I have a snap setter tool in there. On this side is just a miscellaneous embroidery stabilizer that I have, and pretty much everything else is empty. That's just a bin that I'm not using. Yeah, the rest is just, don't have anything in it really. I mean, I have some of the more of those purple squares in here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them, so right now they're staying there. And then I have cleaned off where my brother scan and cut is. And so this is when I do any cutting, this is where I do it at, on this table. And I have all of my tools for that, my transfer paper. There's some, I think that might be my other vinyl, the decal vinyl that's in there. But and then under here are just the covers for my Janome and for my machine that's in the shop. And then back there is a bin filled, that's business stuff. And then the green bag is business stuff. I didn't do anything in the closet because I didn't need to. This stayed exactly the same because it wasn't a mess. I just have everything sitting exactly where I wanted to sit, so I didn't have to change anything there. So that is it. That is the room. I am so happy. Gave it a really good vacuum. Underneath the table is completely cleaned out. Oh, it was just so messy. But now I can move around. My work in progress or my upcoming projects are in bins. Oh, let me show you this little cute. This is from the My Daily Threads, the Sew It Planner. This is from, let me see if I can share that. Okay, yes, this is from her planner. So I did not create this. So this is from My Daily Threads planner. I just taped it next to the window. It says, what seems like the end is only the beginning. Happy New Year. And that is from My Daily Threads. And so I may use the rest of the ones I have for these and put them in some kind of framing or tape them to my closet door. But yeah, this is it. This is a freshly organized and cleaned up sewing space. And yes, this time it will stay like this because I will be using all of these different things and I need to get to them easily. So that is it, everybody. The only other thing I'm going to add is from the dollar store. I'm going to get a tall garbage can so it's easier for me just to toss things away. But other than that, that's it.